India's space agency is counting down to the launch of its first mission to Mars, a project which has garnered both criticism and praise for the impoverished nation. The Indian Space Research Organization is planning to launch its Mars Orbiter mission on Tuesday, sending an unmanned probe to study the red planet's atmosphere. The probe should reach Mars by summer 2014, if all goes well. The country's up against some stiff odds. Only the US, Russia, and the European Space Agency have ever made it to Mars, and more than half of the world's Mars missions end in failure. Recent failures include a Chinese attempt in 2011 and a Japanese effort in 1999. Businessweek notes India's latest mission could give it a leg up in the Asian space race. There's an ongoing race for space-related power and prestige currently in Asia, although few officials will admit it. India is clearly concerned about China's recent rise in space prestige and wants to minimize that damage. Critics of the $73 million project say India should be focused on alleviating the crippling health, education, and poverty epidemics affecting millions in the country, instead of funding the Indian elite's delusional quest for superpower status, as one economist put it. But the mission has plenty of defenders who argue their space program is relatively cheap by international standards. It's also given the country accurate weather satellites, which saved lives when Cyclone Phelan made landfall in India last month. And of course, there's the whole national pride aspect to consider. One analyst told The Washington Post, "It's a national milestone for the country to conquer territories beyond planet Earth. Just because we're poor doesn't mean we shouldn't have any ambitions. That's not the way we think about ourselves, right?" And there's at least one other organization rooting for India's Mars mission: NASA. The space agency helped fund a successful 2008 Indian moon mission and is preparing to launch their MAVEN spacecraft to Mars this month. MAVEN's project leader Bruce Jakosky told Red Orbit data from India's Mars mission will complement NASA's next attempt to reach the red planet, saying the more players we have in space exploration, the better. India's rocket scientists have to hit a 5-minute launch window Tuesday at about 2:38 p.m. local time. If they miss the deadline, it'll be at least 2 years until Mars's orbit brings it close enough to Earth for another shot. For Newsy, I'm Zach Toombs.